Hello viewers, welcome back to Plant Science channel. I am Likita Reddy here. In this video, we will be learning about NBPGR, that is National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources. NBPGR has got established as an independent institute or organization in January 1977, mainly to carry out various activities which are involved in the plant genetic resource management in the partnership of other ICAR institutes and state agriculture universities. The multiple activities of NBPGR are carried out from its headquarters, which is located in Pusa campus at New Delhi, and from its 10 regional stations in different agroclimatic zones of the country, along with the experimental farms. Now comes to the objectives of NBPGR. The main objective is to plan, organize, conduct and coordinate the exploration and collection of indigenous, that is nothing but a native, and exotic, that is nothing but non-native or foreign plant genetic resources. Next, to undertake the introduction of plant genetic resources from other regions or other countries, and to make a proper arrangements for the exchange of these plant genetic resources in between the countries, and to take up a quarantine of these exchange materials. And another objective is to characterize, evaluate, document its characters, and to conserve the crop genetic resources by promoting their users in collaboration with other national organizations. And next objective, to develop the information network on plant genetic resources which is easily available to the public. And another objective, to conduct the research based on the management of plant genetic resources, and to create a public awareness on these plant genetic resources by undertaking a teaching and training programs. So these are the few main objectives of NBPGR. The main activities carried out by NBPGR are germplasm collection, germplasm exchange, plant quarantine, germplasm characterization and evaluation, germplasm conservation, documentation and human resource development. Now let us study the brief explanation about these activities one by one. First comes to the germplasm collection. The plant genetic resources is collected from different sources through exploration. During exploration, team of researchers visit different parts of country and collect the plant genetic resources. Germplasm is collected in the form of matured healthy seeds, vegetative propagules, cuttings and buds from the farmers' fields or farmers' stores, or from the local markets and threshing yards, and from the natural habitats. During at the time of exploration and collection of germplasm, important data like name of the plant, locality, habitat and date of collection and other important information is collected along with the ethnobotanical information. Another important step during germplasm collection is to collect representative sample of the plant with its economic part for making an herbarium voucher specimen. It is important for assigning and validating the correct taxonomic identification of germplasm. The herbarium facility at NBPGR is known as National Herbarium of Cultivated Plants, which is mainly concentrates on the collection and making a herbarium voucher specimens of cultivated plant species along with their wild relatives and land races. Next comes to the germplasm exchange. Germplasm exchange is the introduction and export of diverse germplasm between countries. So the means of adding new germplasm is through introduction of plant genetic resources from exotic sources is nothing but a germplasm exchange. NBPGR has played a crucial role in introduction of several crops like soya beans, French beans, sunflowers, kiwi fruits, apples, blueberries and many other food crops to our country. And NBPGR has linkages with more than 100 countries for the exchange of germplasm. This germplasm exchange increases the diversification of the country's agriculture. All the consignments which are imported into the India required an import permit issued by the director of NBPGR and phytosanitary certificate issued by the plant quarantine agency of the exporting country. Every year, more or less 20,000 accessions of germplasm and 50,000 samples of trailed materials are received. Earlier, plant germplasm including improved varieties was freely exchanged between the countries, but with the enforcement of conventional biological diversity, which is introduced in December 1993, the transboundary movement of the germplasm is now regulated. The export cases are considered as per the Biological Diversity Act of India 2002. NBPGR is now actively involved in facilitating the supply of germplasm to all institutes of India for research purposes. And the supply of this germplasm materials is always done under a material transfer agreement. So now comes to the plant quarantine. The introduction of plant materials including the transgenics from other countries which carries the risk of entry of these associated insects, pests, diseases and weeds. So to overcome that, NBPGR has given the responsibility on behalf of Government of India to carry out quarantine check on germplasm meant for research purposes. About 70,000 samples are imported every year and all are subjected for quarantine processing. This quarantine processing includes verification of documents, several tests like weeding test, incubation test, seedling symptom test, growing on test, ELISA, that is nothing but enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, RT-PCR, that is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. Along with this, some physical chemical techniques were also used, such as hot water treatment, pesticidal tips, fumigation, etc. All these tests and techniques are used to detect the viruses, pesticide, pests, insects and some of the weeds, etc. is carried out under the observation of team of specialists. NBPGR has designated as the molecular center of diagnosis of transgenic planting materials, and rapid PCR based detection kits have been developed for commercial of genetically modified crops to meet the regulations of quarantine rules. So this is about the plant quarantine. Now comes to the germplasm characterization and evaluation. So mainly to understand the worth of the material that has been collected or introduced, the germplasm evaluation and characterization is carried out. The utilization of plant genetic resources in crop improvement programs mainly bases on identification of promising accessions through evaluation, which involves recording of highly heritable and morphological characters which describes the accession and helps in the identification. The detailed identification involves field trials over the years at different locations and recording of various characters. This includes agromorphological traits and biotic and abiotic stress tolerance. The morphological data in certain cases has to be supplemented with the biochemical analysis like protein analysis, amino acid analysis, alkaloid content, oil content, fatty acid content, essential oils by using the sophisticated instruments like high pressure liquid chromatography, gas liquid chromatography and gel tech autoanalyso, high pressure thin layer chromatography, etc. Approximately 10,000 accessions are evaluated and characterized per year. Once the germplasm has been characterized and evaluated, seeds and propagules are multiplied for its conservation. After the successful evaluation and characterization of germplasm, it is conserved. The Indian National Gene Bank was established at NBPGR to conserve germplasm in the form of seeds, vegetative propagules or in vitro cultures or in the form of embryos and pollens. At various institutes and centers of national active germplasm sites which are present throughout the India. So the conservation of this germplasm has been done either in the seed banks or in vitro banks or field gene banks or in the cryopreservative methods. So in the cryopreservation, more than 9,000 accessions of important plant species have been cryopreserved in the NBPGR cryobanks. So next comes to the documentation. Here all the germplasm which is collected, evaluated and conserved is systematically documented by assigning a unique identity number to each accession. It includes IC number which is given to the indigenous collections and EC number which is given to the exotic collections. NBPGR has developed online database for easy access which contains the information about germplasm exchange, quarantine and conservation of plant genetic resources, and it also contains the detailed information on germplasm evaluation and characterization which is available in the form of crop catalogs. The human resource development, that is HRD, has gained importance due to the increase in the PGR related activities in the changing global scenario. More than 500 scientists and students have been trained at the national and international level in over 100 training programs. Parallelly, NBPGR is conducting postgraduate and doctoral degree programs in PGR discipline in collaboration with the Indian Agriculture Research Institutes. So this is about NBPGR, its objectives and activities. So for more videos and information, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.